Good morning. It's High Priestess Jamila. And oh man, Cardi B and Offset done broke up and it's messy. It's messy and it's nasty and messy and nasty. Very, very messy and nasty. Oh goodness. And I've been kind of watching a few videos about it, about the whole about the whole breakup. And I noticed that there's a lot of people who keep bringing up this word embarrassment. I've heard that word get thrown around like quite a bit. And then I've actually seen people who try to purposely embarrass, like on purpose, try to do embarrassing things, try to embarrass people, right? Which embarrassment is kind of like a spirit with accompanying spirits that can be manipulated as well. Honestly, if somebody tries to embarrass you, you're dealing with like a spirit. And this is it goes along with the spirit of vengeance and revenge, and you got to look deeper at that. But so many people have been bringing up how Offset has been embarrassing her. But embarrassment is like should be the least of people's concerns. It's 2023. Why women are still feeling embarrassed by the ignorant crap that men do is beyond me. Especially when you're dealing with a rapper or when you're dealing with a black man, okay, or a man, period. But especially when it comes to that particular energy, when you're dealing with that type of man. So I'm shocked that people are even still embarrassed or shocked or even pay any attention. Uh, I think if we stopped giving men so much clout for disrespecting women, we'd have a better world. We'd have a lot more healthier people on this earth. In fact, men are now making it a habit to try to purposely embarrass, especially women. Okay, but they've been doing it for so long. But I wanted to say that when a man is cheating, embarrassment should be the last concern when a man is cheating on you with another woman. That should be the last thing you should be thinking about. There's so many other things to be concerned about when a man is cheating and when there's another woman involved. I'd say the first thing that you may want to think about is if he cheats like that, how do you know that he's not also on the DL? How do you know? You know, if he has problems like that to where, not having the ability to have sexual relations with just one person when you know that it's the best thing for you, It's a red flag. It really is. It's a huge red flag of a deeper problem that's happening. It is. It's a huge red flag. Um, I'd be concerned about how long he's been cheating. I'd be concerned about what energy that person is, you know, giving to you. You know, love triangles and men out there cheating, that's a very dangerous thing. I mean, the first thing we can think about would be STDs, and the fact that you're dealing with DNA and you're dealing with someone else's DNA. And you're dealing with these energies commingling with one another because this man can't be responsible. He can't be responsible with his penis. So that's one concern. But then what about other things? What about other things that could be happening in that situation? It ain't even about witchcraft. But when you think about how when two people start having sex, that forms this bond or this connection. And all of us, whether or not we are practicing witchcraft or very, very religious, everybody has spirits connected to them. And that's the truth. Everybody has spirits connected to them. So when this man goes and cheats with this other woman and is sleeping with her, he starts to open you up to this woman's energy, her spirits and her energy. Even if he's not physically cheating with her. Even if a man is having an extremely intimate conversation with another person, with another woman or a man, he's making this connection with this other person and then bringing it back to you. So Cardi needs to be concerned about really what is happening here, and stop focusing on whether or not he embarrassed her. Women, stop being embarrassed by what men do. Who cares? In fact, men should stop getting attention and props for the stupid, dumb stuff that they do to us, you know? And other women will, um, there's other women that have low self esteem that will flock to that. And it's almost like they enjoy this type of behavior. It's almost like it seems like they're trying to take Cardi B down using Offset. And that's very sad that in this day and age people can't just part ways for whatever reason. Yeah, Cardi B wears her heart on her sleeve. She does. She's already been out in social media, obviously very upset about what he's doing to her, which is understandable. But the problem is that she will be the one to get the shit. The world will give her shit because of it. The world will laugh at her because of it, and they will give him props because of what he's doing to her. Because people always have this underlying problem with women who are of some success. And so you have to be careful. Now, the other woman that he's cheating with has already been very manipulative. She's been out in social media crying and trying to get sympathy, saying that she didn't mean to hurt people. She didn't mean to hurt Cardi B. She didn't mean to hurt nobody. So she's already setting it up so that Cardi B can look like the bad person, and so is he. And then and then Offset kind of has a iffy, questionable family, right? I think Cardi B needs to be concerned about protecting herself, because people will. I understand that Cardi B has money, but again, I've seen plenty of people that have money and they have negative things happening to them. I see that a lot. So is so be, first of all, stop being embarrassed by what other people do. He made the decision to go and sleep around. He's making these decisions to do these things, and you know uh why should she have to feel bad for his decisions? But for some reason, in our generation and the one up underneath it, all a man has to do is disrespect you, and all of a sudden you are at the bottom of the totem pole, at the bottom of the barrel. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, people think that you are nothing all of a sudden. So a lot of these men feel as though they hold our lives and our futures in their hands. And I just wouldn't let a man do that. I wouldn't let, I mean, the world, for me, even if the whole world, like almost like that episode of Twilight Zone, where everybody had a pig nose except for this one person, and they was trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with her. I would still stick to my guns, because the whole world is going to try to make you feel like you're wrong for what this diabolical male is doing, but you got to stick to your guns with that, because people are assholes. People will it's obvious that Offset has been abusive. That's very abusive. He's It's obvious he's been very abusive to her. This is obvious. And the world will sit up here, they'll pat him on the back. To me, it's obvious that Offset has been using her. Obviously, Cardi B has a bigger name than Offset, so Cardi B was dating down. Okay. Cardi B dated down when she dated Offset. It has nothing to do with her being Latina and him being black. No, Offset didn't have much of a career, so he basically using Cardi B as a jump off. The problem is, what makes it dangerous is that she got two kids with this man. She done gave birth to two children with this man, which is pretty freaking disgusting. And he just looks like a terrorist to me. And he's just going to go along with the game plan. He's just going to go along with his plan, which, in my opinion, offsets, because clearly he's not man enough to establish himself. He decided that he needed to use Cardi B as this jump off to his own career. And that's exactly what's happening. And him and her had broken up several times. He's actually made public You know, he's love bombed her publicly. He's very narcissistic. He's love bombed her publicly, even to get her back. And so a lot of people would say, well, look at how he claimed me publicly and he did these things publicly. But in reality, what was happening behind closed doors? I don't care about what a man does publicly. I mean, I do, but I wouldn't want to be with a man that is loving on me publicly, but then dissing me behind the scenes. That just doesn't make any sense. So, you know, we're literally, for some reason, people are accepting these fake showcase relationships, but then behind the scenes, it's actually nothing real that's happening there. So, you know, I think that Offset is fake. I think Cardi B is much more of a real person than he is. And I think that she needs to get her somebody that's real. Now, the problem is that everybody out here that's real, okay? It's kind of difficult to find a young man that has a great career that's making money because you know all of those are taken. Somebody else already got one of those, you know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult to go out here and find somebody real, because if she were to completely go lower than Offset's pedigree, then she's going to be dating somebody that is, you know, makes way less money than her. Sadly, a successful woman should never date or be involved with a man that makes less money than her. Never. Because he's absolutely there for the money. That's no question. That's no question that he's there for the money. And if she deals with somebody like that, he's going to try to mess with her paper. Right. He's going to try to mess with her money. He's going to try to, you know, either steal from her or either marry her. And then next thing you know, she'll be paying palimony payments to him. You know, very successful women should not date a man that makes less money than her. And that's obvious. That's a lesson that I learned. I had to, and I'm not rich like Cardi B, but I was only making a normal salary that is something that's needed for my family, right? I was making a normal salary, normal six-figure salary at my company. Normal. That's normal. Like when you're not in the mindset of welfare and food stamps, right? When you're not that type of person that's in that mindset, right? Because in reality, it takes a lot of money to raise a child. It takes a lot of money to live. A lot of people don't know that. People that are on government benefits don't get that. They don't. It does. It takes money, and six figures is not a lot of money. It's not. But and because I dated down, because this man made less money than me on either a monthly basis, bi-monthly basis, bi-weekly basis, what was the first thing he tried to do? He tried to embarrass me publicly because he wanted to, I guess, offset my money. You know, it just, um, at my age, I've gotten to the point where I don't even care about having a man, to be honest with you. It's not important to me. And so I don't put a lot of importance into that. I don't. But yeah, that's exactly what happens. Uh and I've had nothing but low life did bums following me around the internet, people that have never made the money that I've made, even before I started my company, when I considered myself to be very broke, when I was making 20,000 a year. Ever since I ever since this one person came into my life, he's been essentially trying to steal my power. And it's sad because he's got a whole team of people trying to steal my power. Oh God. Well, and that's exactly what Offset is trying to do. Men are not real men anymore. They are constantly trying to. I never did understand why a man is trying to. Why would a man try to steal a woman's power? Why a man would need to steal anyone's power? Why a man would need to steal at all? Why? Why are you doing that, sir? Or are you a bum? Or are you a peasant? Because only peasants try to do that. But that's exactly what Offset is doing. Offset is a peasant. He's a peasant. He should, he probably, the only reason why they was together in the first place was to bring those children into the world. Okay. Otherwise, Offset is a peasant. That's what he is. Okay. So what Cardi B got to do is Cardi B has to protect herself and take her power back. She got to take her power back from that man. Because a lot of these men ain't in it for love. They not doing it for love. They not in it for love. They doing it because it's a game to them. They doing it so that they can make a come up. Off as far from what I can see, Offset was broke when he got together with Cardi. And now that he done used Cardi B up, now he out there doing all kind of stuff, dating other women publicly, which is pretty disgusting. It is. It's not like that. I think that some things you should keep private. That's just like this man I was dating or dealing with or whatever he is. He's not my twin flame. He had a baby mama at home, but immediately he began to come out publicly when we first met, and it was in the public. If I could go back and change that, I would go back and change it to where I would tell him, listen, this is we gonna keep this real low key and we ain't gonna do nothing publicly together. I can guarantee you that it would have had a different outcome because I feel like he used me for a lot of different purposes, but he's ignorant, a bunch of vagabonds and low lives. I dated down when I was dealing with that situation. I was dating down because of the people that he associates himself with. Very scumbagish, very scumbagish. Okay. And same thing with Offset. In fact, Cardi B is the one that was the provider. She was providing him with all that money. Supposedly they said that she took all of the money out of his bank account, left him with scraps. Yeah, that's exactly what she should do. Because this man was just using you. Do I think it's possible for a man to be with a woman that is very successful without acting like a complete jackass? I think it's a possibility, but I think it's few and far between. They feel like they making a power move. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think that it shows that these men walking around here these days are not real men. They're very effeminate. They're very effeminate for some reason, especially a lot of black men that claim to be heterosexual. That's why I respect gay men. If it's a gay man, at least he's being honest. He's letting you know, hey, I'm into men. And so, and not to say that that's a gay man trait, but when we bring up effemination and stuff like that, A man that's on, because I personally feel like Offset is on the down low. I personally feel like he's on the down low. That's the vibe I'm getting from him. He just got that look about him to where, he looked like he diddling men. Okay. And so when a man is on the down low, it's very different than a man that's out in the open and he's like, yeah, I'm gay, I'm into men. You know what I'm saying? He's letting you know. But a man that's on the DL, he's playing around with women. He's playing. In fact, a lot of your players, they are down low men. It's sad. Literally, we are living in a world where you do better off having a dildo, with the behaviors of some of these men. I don't know what's wrong with them. It did. I guess it's end times or something. Uh, you know, and yeah. I think that men that are honest and they're out of the closet and they say, hey, yeah, and but men like Offset, they are opening women up to a lot of problems, a lot, not just physical problems with STDs, but then also spiritual problems. It's sad. It's very sad, the behaviors of a lot of these men. And for some reason, society big ups these men for some reason. Well, I don't want to say society does, but they're being encouraged. Everybody hating. So she needs to watch out. I like Cardi B. I think that I think she's a talented rapper. I do. And I think that she needs to protect not just her assets, but I also think that she needs to protect her spiritual, her physical, her mental, because these people out here that she's dealing with, they are sharks, and that's how they want to bring her down. They're going to use this man to do this to her, because when you're a woman, it's a crime to have any kind of self-confidence, and women will be on that shit too. Women will be trying to tear you down as well. Other women, I don't know what's up with everybody obsessed with tearing people down these days. I don't get it. I personally think that Cardi B should have been. Do I think that she should have been with a black man? No, I think Cardi B should have stuck with her own race. Personally, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, Ashley. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think it was a mistake for her to be dating. Uh, because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. A lot of black women don't like Cardi B. They don't. They don't like her. Yeah, his behavior is definitely obvious. Yeah, a quick lick at best. Oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, I just and then the fact that why do I feel, because I feel that you are you asking why I feel that she should have stuck with her own race, Ashley, or are you just well, because I feel I feel like a lot of these black men just ain't no good. I feel like a lot of them ain't no good. It's obvious a lot of them ain't no good. They're not. They're not. Especially American black men. They just ain't no damn good. That's why. Oh, why do women don't like her? I mean, I'm not saying that all black women dislike Cardi B, because Cardi B has a lot of black female fans. But it's a lot. I think that it's equal. I think that it's split. I think that it's 50-50. I think that Cardi B gets a lot of hate from the black community. She does. She gets a lot of hate from the black female community. You know, to say that what Offset is doing to her is embarrassing her is shade, because that's not embarrassment, that's abuse. And we got to quit. We have to stop, you know, he's not a clown, he's an abuser. So the black community, and they've done it to me. I've had it done to me. I've had, on a smaller scale, but I've had black women degrade me and think that they can talk down to me because of what this abuser was doing to me. So black women do have that issue. They do. And like I'm not even gonna lie. You know, for example, Tasha K. Okay. Tasha K uh is extremely hateful person. And I said it. I said Tasha K is an extremely hateful person. Went around saying that Cardi B may have herpes, and saying, I'm not even gonna repeat it. I'm sorry, Cardi. Those disparaging things that Tasha K said about Cardi B, which is what led to the lawsuit. Okay. Which is what led to Tasha K owing her, I think it's 4 million or something like that. You know, and Tasha K is huge. She is. And she's huge because of that. So it's very dysfunctional. I don't watch Tasha K. Uh I, I don't watch her because I disagree with what she did to a lot of people. But that's just like I didn't watch a lot of Wendy Williams either. It's very toxic. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with toxic situations. I don't. And I don't feel that you have to do and say toxic things you know, to come up in this world. But there's a lot of people in social media, they do it every single day. They're very toxic towards one another. And it's something that I just don't agree with, because you know, I feel that in about another 10 years, people that are doing that, I mean, look at Wendy Williams. Look at her. Look at her life. Look at her health. I ain't into all that celebrity. I ain't into celebrity gossip. I ain't never been into that. It's just toxic energy. But the reason why I'm talking about Cardi B is because she got those babies, and Cardi B just seems like a real person. Like she seemed like somebody that's real down to earth. Okay, she seems real. She don't seem fake, right? So that's why I'm talking. That's why I'm saying this, because you know it's a lot of fake people out there, just real fake, and you know we gotta. I think that we all got the reminder during Cardi B's lawsuit with Tasha K that these people are human. You know, Cardi B may have had butt surgery and she may have boob surgery, but she's still a real person. And so I think people lose sight of that, right? This is still a human being, you know, regardless. And so, I don't, I don't like the new hip hop culture. And honestly, I think that is something that she totally embraced previously is gonna turn in on her, you know, honestly, because that those people are toxic. I can say that about my own black people. They're very toxic people. Okay? They are. They can be very toxic, especially when it comes to social media, especially when it comes to these men. The black community is notorious for we are black people are behind when it comes to this. We are slow when it comes to this. Black people standing in judgment of the woman because of a man's actions. That this is something that the black community, especially black women, are gonna have to wake up from. I have noticed that very, when you go and look at white communities and even Latino communities, they are very supportive of the woman when you have an abusive man. The black community not only supports but finances abusive black men, and they will shun the woman. They will they will they will they will I right now have a lot of black women out there. They refuse to even I've had black women decide not to support my business because of what an abuser did. They support abusers. They do. I've had black women not come in and support my company because of an abusive man. And black women need to get up out of that. They do. They need to get up out of that. Okay. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I've been shunned. I've been casted out because of what this abuser did. And it's sick. And the black community has that issue. They really do. And that's why they get sicker and sicker. That's why they're getting sicker and sicker. Because, obviously I'm one of the realest witches out here that ain't gonna do you dirty. And so they said, oh no, I can't deal with Jamila. Oh no, let me go over here to this fake person. Oh no, witchcraft is fake. Because you didn't come to Jamila. That's why you didn't come to Jamila. You didn't come to Jamila because of this fake man, this man that is an abuser. Okay. Uh-huh. And that's just what it is. And so you gonna go out there, you gonna go get scammed. I've had people come to me tell me that they got scammed by people, and now they ain't got no money to pay me to get their work done, and I'm not gonna do it for free. Uh-huh. This man was all over social media acting a fool, still dropping revenge porn. Black people do what? They clam up and they judge me. Because being a witch is supposedly all about controlling a man. No, no, I can't control him. That's you don't even really know what real witchcraft is. I can't stop him from being a complete jackass and making a fool of himself. Because in reality, regardless to when a person is purposely trying to embarrass you, they are indeed embarrassing themselves. They are shaming themselves. And yeah, oh God, yeah. Women don't always, no, they don't. Only that I think that it happens in a lot of different communities, but I think with I Ashley, I think that with the black community it's different. It hits different because that in yeah, it hits different. It hits different. It does when it comes to the black community. Okay. And they look at these men almost like a daddy figure. But it's a lot of black women are sick when it comes to black men. They look at abuse and degradation as love. So, we have a lot of that going on. If I were white, would have never happened. Would have never happened. In fact, in fact, I know it wouldn't have happened. If I were a white lady, would have never happened. Because then I wouldn't have to deal with the black community. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I look at the majority of the black community and I look at how stupid they are, when I look at because right now, right, and stupidity is not gonna save them. It's not. Being stupid is not gonna save them. Exactly. Yep. Sold us out for lifetimes, and whenever. Yep. Oh, I'm just keeping it real with y'all, all the way real. The black community is devoid of so much love. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. It ain't no love, and it ain't it's no love. It's hard to find it because black people are very judgmental. Black people gossip a lot. They're very judgmental. Okay, and I deal in spirit. I deal with spirits. That's what I deal in. Okay. So I don't deal in gossip and drama, but I can tell you that a lot of them, I lost credibility because of the actions of an abusive black man. So all of a sudden, because of and Cardi B has to be careful with that because they trying to take her down. Okay. They trying to take her down. That's all I know. Okay. And they will try to take you down. They will. They will. Especially when you're dealing with the black community. Okay. And if you don't go along with the get along gang, if you don't join them, if you don't go along with it, then you're stupid. A lot of black people have that mentality too, and I'm black, and I'm telling you about my own people. If you don't join them, they talk. It's almost like they talk about you when you're not there. It's very hateful. It's a lot of hate in the black community. A lot of it. It's very hateful. So you gotta protect yourself. And if you are a loving person, if you are a kind person, you're trying to be white because black is hate and white is love. And so black people look at themselves like that. They invert everything. They've inverted racism towards one another. It's really, really sick. It's the reality of it. Okay? A lot of black folk are sick like that. And Offset is a prime example. Hold on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Now, am I saying that everybody in the black community is like that? No, but we're talking about social media. We're talking about people, um, who somehow feel as though they look better, when they are shaming somebody. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. The black people that I've dealt with in social media have been very dysfunctional. Very dysfunctional people. Very. Honestly, when a black woman is dealing with an abusive man, because I've been there, done that, a physically abusive man, if he don't kill you, nobody feels sorry for you. If he doesn't murder you, if he doesn't actually murder you, take your life, nobody feels sorry for you. And that's the God's honest truth. A lot of black people are so disconnected from their And it's here's what's embarrassing to me when it comes to that. You know, they're like that when it comes to money. It's like, calm down, though. God dang, you act like you ain't never seen some money in your life. They like that about money. They'll do whatever. They you know you know it's weird. So she needs to watch out. She needs to watch out. Okay, but Cardi B's gonna be okay because she's got the Latin community backing her up. She does. With black women, I feel so bad for black women, and uh, you know, and what we go through when it comes to our own community. Uh, you know, I've never, you know, the black community will try to admonish a 40-year-old woman because of their opinion of what she did, which, you know, why do you know that in the first place? You know, you're not supposed to know a person's personal business anyway. You know, how do you know my personal business so much? Because this effeminate male going around running his mouth, ignorant, okay? And they'll try to rob you. So basically, yeah, Ashley, basically it's like, you know, uh it just it is what it is. And that's and to me, I feel like it's gonna even further destroy the black community being that way. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna do nothing for them. It's not. In the black community, if you are a black woman in reality, if you are a black woman dealing with an abusive man, if you say anything, you're gonna get blamed for it and abused even more. Because black people have gotten used to abuse. That's all they do is cuss each other out and beat on each other. It's pretty disgusting. It is. Okay. If they're not physically beating on one another, it's some kind of verbal or emotional abuse. It's really sad. It really is. Honestly, y'all know I'm connected with my past lives, right? Y'all know that, right? Yeah. Honestly, there's been times when I have felt like it was a curse being born black. Not my whole life. I didn't feel like that my whole life, but as soon as I came out and started my business, that's when I felt like, yeah, you know, it's a blessing, but then again, it's a curse. Same thing as witchcraft. It's a blessing, but then again, it's a curse. Mm-hmm. For example, I've seen several black people. They okay with a white witch, but with me being black, they thumping the Bible at me, which is disgusting. It's just not a lot of self love. When I saw that Cardi B was with Offset, I said, why she get with him? Honestly, if I was a woman, I would never date a black man. If I were a non-black woman, I wouldn't touch a black man with a 10-foot fucking pole. You have choices, ladies. Y'all have a lot of choices. Y'all have a lot of better choices. Now, I do know that some of these white men, they love them some black women. I know there's some white men out there that love them some black women, and you know what? They're decent men as well. You know, black men are just not good men. They're not. Listen, I said it, and I don't care what nobody says. They're not good men. The most you can hope for is a smile in public and for him to claim you. But other than that, behind closed doors, he's either dead inside or abusive. He's either that's one or the other. It just a lot of these black men ain't good men. I'm not saying all of them. I did not say all of them. Okay, I did not say all of them, but a majority of black men Ain't no damn good. Okay, a lot of white women would say that. I on TikTok, I see a lot of white women speaking out against men in their community, saying how men will front. This should be against the law. It is against the law. It's against spiritual law for a man to completely front like he's something else or somebody else, and then as soon as he gets you hooked, as soon as he marries you, he turns into this completely and totally different person. Trying to force religions on women. It's disgusting. Like I said, I have a few close friends. They cool. I have a few close male friends. They cool, and I got my sons, but I don't trust a majority of men, especially black men. Sorry. Hmm. They just not, and like it's really sad. It's just another example. Every time one of these black men act a fool in social media or do what they do, it's literally a stain on just the black. But why should they front publicly like they're good people? Why should the black man front publicly like he's a good person, but when we know behind closed doors he is a peasant? We're not gonna call him a demon. We're not gonna call him a devil. Okay, we're gonna call them peasants, idiots, court gestures or something, a gesture. Okay, a complete fool, a vagabond. And we're not. Why should we keep that a secret anymore? Look at how disgusting they are. So I felt like Cardi deserved somebody better, and I do. And a lot of people say, well, she made WAP and she made. Oh God, shut up. That's music. That's entertainment. That's her music. That's how she expressed her artistic expression. Okay. That's her music. Okay. But at the end of the day, does that mean that she deserves or wants to be with a cheating, like, weirdo? Like, to me, he's a weirdo. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. So it's not about being embarrassed. Like, it's not about I've had somebody doing all kind of stuff to me. I'm not embarrassed. Trust me. Embarrassment is the last thing I am in a rage over towards him, not towards my children. I know how to apply my anger where I should. No, it's there is a infernal burning underneath me that's gonna unleash. All of us women deserve better. All of us women deserve better. The fact that there are women going to the welfare line is a shame on society. The fact that anybody has to do that, especially a woman that is giving birth to children. A man can make babies with a woman, run off, and that woman be stuck to raise those babies. She'll get shamed for going to the welfare line because she done left her high and dry. So that's why I said what I said. And all women that judged me for what my ex did to me, all of them got done worse. All of them got done worse. All of them. which is a sign. Maybe you shouldn't have did that. Maybe it's a problem with men, period. Maybe it's that XY chromosome with a lot of them, especially when they are religious focused, certain gods and stuff. That's why I don't allow certain energies around my sons. And no, patriarchal religion, bye. I want my sons to be happy, and I want them to be with women and make those women happy and have a happy life. All these men running around here with this XY chromosome, mix that with religion, with world religion, and you got a disaster waiting to happen all the time. And all we do is judge the woman. That's all we do. That we, and it's stupid. We judge women that get beaten on. We judge women that get abused. You got women out there supporting that type of abuse. I would never support even women that I don't like. There's a lot of women that I don't like. A lot of them. Would I be front and center and in support of that man abusing that woman? No, I don't need an abuser, a freaking literal low-life scoundrel to deal with my enemies. I deal with you with witchcraft, authentic witchcraft. Straight up and down. No, I don't need to hear some mankind. I'm gonna get some private enjoyment. Oh, he's on there calling her this and that. Oh, I feel so good that the lady, the goddess does not like you. That's why you are you. It's disgusting. Yep. I agree, Ashley. I agree. Now, see, Ashley said it. Ashley said, I think it's men, not race, because I've seen it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I swear to God. And it is disgusting. I agree with you, Ashley. I do. And you know what? When I said I wanted to uh make sure that I had a strong foundation for my company so that we could be in support of women. What did men do? They got together and they conspired against me. A lot of the men, besides my sons are the only ones. Okay. But a lot of men are guilty of conspiracy. They tried to even keep my inheritance from me. A lot of men have been conspiring against me my whole life because they're broke bums. Broke bums. I had to lose my mama. My mama had to turn completely against me so that a broke bum in my family could collect on her life insurance. I had to lose my mama. They so low down and dirty. I couldn't even have a relationship with my mother because they wanted what my mama had. My mom was a hard worker her whole life. She always was very intelligent, had good jobs. They did everything they could to tear down her company. Okay. She divorced my father. Okay. But there was still a misogynist in the quake of everything, that his bread and butter was turning my mother against me. Right. So my children had to lose their grandmother. Right. We had to lose so that this diabolical black male could sit around and be lazy and feel like he a king by eating his sister. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Eating my mother, basically. So I don't even want to hear it, man. And yeah, I'm pissed off at a few of the men in my family. Awful, horrible. Last time my youngest son saw his grandmother, he was about 6 months old the last time, but I think yeah, he's a little baby. He's a baby. We went to visit her a couple of times when we were in Lawrence. I think the last time, I think, was he crawling then? Yeah, he was crawling. Yeah, he was one. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it's a trip. And the way they harass us, the way that they disturb our businesses and stuff, the way that they did it, they use sex as a weapon. Hey, I got sexual photos of her. I'm going to use this to destroy her. And it did it work? Almost. It almost worked. Mhm. Well, you know what they say, Ashley. The things that we accept will be the things that we regret. I know that eventually there is going to be a time when um I will be honored for just surviving that. I will be honored for sticking with my guns, and that man is going to be drug and hung out to dry. All of them that did it, all of them. It was absolutely disgusting. No, it ain't gonna work. Mhm. So, and I think that as sad as it seems, is that between Cardi and Offset, it's gonna come to either her or him, which is stupid. That's so stupid. But they make it that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, Ashley, for me, honestly, um, all of the men in my life besides my sons got together and flagged and flagged my channel. And like my sister said, they were trying to kill you. They were, because they wanted us to starve to death. They were conjuring spirits of famine and conjuring spirits of disease and all of that stuff. And then they killed my mama, and they did a lot, you know what I'm saying? They literally tried to destroy the structure of the goddess of my family. That, they still throwing stuff at my daughters. I told my daughters, I said, y'all, all y'all have in this world. You got your brothers. Yeah, they love you. They love you. You got your brothers, but the two of you together, you are unstoppable. Don't ever break that bond. That's why I created the two of them, because that's why their father created them, because it's always, I wish I had a sister. I was an only child. I used to tell my daughters that when they would go through their sibling rivalry, I used to tell them, I say, hey, y'all got each other. Y'all don't know how precious that is. And then y'all got me. That's the triple goddess. They're trying to, for what? And for what? For what? For what? It's disgusting. It is. All of them. One EQ, all of them. Like I said, it ain't it, if we're going to talk to the white women that supported that mess, we got to talk to the black ones, because like I said, they helped facilitate it as well. Yes, they did, trying to throw hoodoo and bible spirits at me, but it was all a part of the development, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's absolutely disgusting how just the just and so my whole thing about it is this, is that I have a mixed, but I have a mixture of clients. I do. I have a mixture, and the play was to make me look racist. But what didn't make any sense is that they tried to make me look like I was racist against all races, which is complete opposite of who I am. And so I think the girl that was doing that, I think she lost her channel. I think she lost her channel just recently because I went to look for her channel and it was gone. It was disgusting. It was wrong because they were trying to paint a picture of me that was not the truth. I am accepting and loving to all people. I am. But it was a mixture of them, sis. It was, like, I was being told I was literally, I was getting death threats by an older black woman. Like, she was literally telling me that I was going to go home in a body bag. And I'm like, but why though? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I ain't never threatened your life. Did I threaten your life? How did I threaten your life somehow? Paranoia, delusion. No, not at all. I'm not racist at all. But they were trying to make it look like that, like they all had their little separate agendas. They tried to make me look like I was a racist. They tried to make me look like I wasn't a real witch. They tried to make it look like uh um they tried to make it look like I was a pedophile. They tried to make me look like I don't know what they were trying to do when they were trying to use this man. Oh, I th- th- I still ain't figured out what using this man against me is supposed to do. I still ain't figured that shit out. I ain't figured it out. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, um, yeah, it was a mixture, it was a conglomerate. They all joined hands, in that group. You know what I'm saying? And it just it was ridiculous. It really was. It really was. It really was. It was. And what does it mean? It just means that it just proved how fake they are, because why do you care about me so much? You know what I'm saying? Why do you care? Why do I matter to you so much? Why? Why does it matter? Because, and it was real hateful, ugly. It was very ugly. The whole thing was very ugly, just so that they could tear down divine services. And and God don't like ugly. You know that saying, God don't like ugly. Hmm. So, hmm but going back to men, because I would first of all, I consider myself to be not just a witch, but I give myself the highest regard as a woman. For me to stand by and help a misogynistic man, I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. And because I know better, right? And so I'm gonna be all right. I would never do that. That's disgusting. I don't contend with sexism, racism, none of that crap. I don't contend with none of that. It's stupid, and it has no place in the spiritual community. Nowhere, nowhere. And contrary to what people want to believe, being a witch doesn't mean that there's some secret code to control a man. If a man doesn't love you, if a man has problems, he just has problems. A man does not define a woman. But this is what these people do. They said they're going to drop revenge porn on me, which they told me they were going to publicly humiliate me forever, but that doesn't embarrass me at all. It doesn't. I don't get embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you, like you're the embarrassment, but why would I need to be embarrassed because of his behavior? So all of a sudden, he was like a eunuch. So he's a eunuch. He so all of a sudden it wasn't me, it wasn't him. It was me that was responsible for his behavior. And he is a grown man who's older than me, by the way. Who's older than me, by the way. He could just sit there and do whatever he want. And none of it, he had to take no responsibility, but he does because I send it all to him. I send it all to him. Whatever it is that they do, I send it all to him because he wanted it to be on me. Like everything that he did was a reflection of who I was. And it's like, no, it's a reflection of who you are. And it was disgusting the way they tried to make me seem like a bad person, even though he was the one that was doing stuff. And that's exactly what that's what they tried to do. Okay. And yeah, witches can be in an abusive relationship too. Yeah, we can. In fact, a lot of witches have been in abusive relationships with men. Hello? Like, what the? But Jamila, oh, shame on you for being in. He was an abuser. He was abusive. Oh, well, why couldn't you use your special vagina to make him not abusive? Who said that I couldn't? Who said that my vagina was supposed to make him not abuse me? This is the type of ignorance that we're dealing with. This is the type of ignorance. Right? That right there. That right there. A woman is supposed to make a man not abusive. Right. Right. Sure. Sure. Ignorance at its finest. So, I just be looking at him like, wow, this is sad. And what do you think you're giving to the world? So, that's the sad part about Offset. Offset is that he's that emotional turmoil that Cardi B was in. She did a Instagram post. I'm gonna start following her because I don't follow her on Instagram. The way I saw that sister crying like that and upset, and for him to just be okay with it, he's like a goddamn rock man, a fucking robot. Your children can feel that pain too. You understand that your children, you have two babies with this woman, and you send that he's a child abuser also. He's a child abuser also. Okay. Why do women not like cheating? Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Uh, if I were involved with some kind of love triangle, everybody gonna win. But when you look at like when you look at some of these women that these men be cheating with, the disgusting nature of them, she crying like that and going through that because that woman wants her to suffer. And she dealing with a witch, she dealing with another witch that don't give a damn about her and her babies. I was involved with a third party triangle. I loved all the children. I said, and they don't love the children. They want as much drama as possible. I'm like, oh, okay. So you're trying to bring turmoil and hurt and pain and degradation to my babies, right? Okay. That's what you're trying to do. Okay. How about we flip the script? So why they gotta conjure up all this negativity? Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cardi B is an extremely loving person. Yeah. So, and it just is crazy. It's like I said, most of these people on this planet are possessed. I don't think unique. Okay. Okay. Let's okay. Listen. Do I think that she meant to be racist when she said that? Do I think that she meant to be racist when she said that? No, I don't, because I found myself calling black men roaches. Okay. Okay. I'm not defending what she did, and I'm not a spokesperson for Cardi B. I've even they do act like roaches sometimes, though. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just why not keep it real? Look at the way they behave. Look at the way they act. Look at the way they are. Somebody threatened. I had a black woman threatening me and my children. I called her a roach. I called her worse than that. She's a light skinned black woman. I called her albino roach. Like, you look like an albino roach. I mean, it slips out. It does, especially when you're dealing with that slave mentality. I will admit that I've gotten pissed because, people were basically trying to use women were trying to use rumors and lies. My ex came on here and claimed that I was so in love with him that I sat down and I ate a plate of his poop with a fork and a spoon. Now we all know that he was lying, right? That shit ain't never happened, never would happen, ever. They so desperate that they actually kept repeating it while saying, I'm a seer, I'm a reader. Well, if you a seer and you a reader, you know that shit ain't never happened. Ain't never happened. But they repeated it. What are you repeating it for? Because you're desperate? What were you trying to steal from me? You were trying to steal from me? A black woman, a couple of them, so desperate that they came on here, and for some reason, I was the centerfold. I'm always the centerfold. I'm the center of these people's goddamn gravity. A black woman came on here and said that the spiritual community should get rid of you and nobody should come and buy spells from you because you're doing things like eating shit. And I've never ate shit in my life. So she felt that she could repeat that lie on me. So what was I going to call her? A queen? A goddess? She got called a roach. Hey, listen, listen. Uh, they either trying to steal your joy, steal your vibe, steal your identity. I don't give a damn what race you are. I ain't gonna bow down to nobody. Yeah, exactly. Like, wait a minute. First of all, you knew he was lying when you said it. So I don't feel sorry for. I don't. It's like, listen. You put yourself out there. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, now why would you repeat that knowing that it's a lie? And they're still repeating it. And even though he lied, and these are black women. And I'm like, why is it so detailed? What are these people up to? What was it was absolutely ridiculous and just evil for no reason. Evil for no reason. What are you gonna steal my clients from me? You're gonna go and tell my clients that I ate a bowl of shit? That's how desperate you are. I would never have to do that. I would never have to come on this platform and make up anything about anybody to steal from them. I got too much integrity. They take it and run with it. There's no way. There's no way. I have way too much integrity than to do that. It's disgusting. Are you serious? I lost all respect. Her followers probably respected her because of that. You respect somebody that lied, that repeated a lie? There's a black man on here. I call him a roach. In fact, that's his new nickname, Roach. That's it. And that's all I call him is Roach. He's not even a spiritualist or a witch. He's on here. He's on here trying to steal my clout, trying to steal my clout, which I don't even understand why. What are you going to do? You're going to do a spell for somebody? What are you going to do? A reading for somebody? I still don't get it. I still don't get it, but he's a drug addict. So he feels like, listen, if I had a shop, it's no different from him coming into my shop and stealing items from me. So that's basically how he sees it. He's a roach. He's going to try to steal from wherever he can. And he keeps coming on here talking about some things that I enjoy doing with my dude. He'll never be able to shame me because of it, because it's because he's a loser. He's a loser. He's a low life. He has to try to take that and run with it because he has that information, because he was given that information by a loser, by another roach. My ex. My ex is a roach as well. I'll call him a roach too. Because why are you revealing intimate details of our sex life, you loser? What are you, two? What are you, a child? Well, you can't keep a secret. You can't. And see, I'm a high priestess for a reason, because I keep everybody's secrets. I keep everybody's secrets. That's what high priestesses do. We don't tell, do we? Okay. We don't run our mouth. That's why we're trusted. That's why people trust me. I don't discuss my cases, my client cases, with nobody. Okay. I was forced to because they sent a trolley roly client to me. So I was kind of forced to discuss that, but that's because she was a fraud. She was a fraud client. But I'm sitting up here looking at this man, and I'm just like, this is pathetic. You're a male. You should be out climbing poles, and or either doing some construction work. Instead, you sitting there, a big old fat blob roach, sitting there trying to use information about me to try to steal from me. And what are you going to do? Are you going to steal my clients? Are you going to do spiritual work for them? Oh, unique one EQ. Yeah, one EQ. She got her little thing about the different zodiacs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's ridiculous. It really is. And so to the point where, they want the attention off of them, but off of me, and they want it on them. But in reality, if somebody is supposed to get spiritual work from me, they're going to go and pay attention to a complete loser that is literally going. I mean, literally, this man is already burning in hell and stuck like stuck in a rut, you know and so you know and what is he gonna so because of what I did in the bedroom, and when they realize, well, shit, we can't really use the fact that she deep throated this man. So let's call her a pedo. The more desperate they are, the more desperate the lie. And it's like desperation is not attractive. And so they try to make me look desperate while they're desperate. I was doing what the hell I wanted to do in the bedroom with my man at the time. You're desperate. Oh, you desperate. You let that man do all those things to you. Yeah, and I enjoyed it at the time. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of it. But you're desperate because you're trying to use it to shame me. What the hell? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. It really is. And the crazy part about it is that I'm not a rich person. I was making a decent, normal salary. But karma is a bitch, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't karma a bitch? Karma is a bitch. And just because you in a group doesn't mean you ain't gonna fall. It just means that we gonna hear you. We gonna hear you when you all fall. They try to tell me you going down slowly. No, I'm going up. Trust me, I'm going up. Because, anytime you in a group and you feel like y'all realize that I'm only 5'4" tall, little bitty person. These people been bullying and trying to abuse children, trying to bully and abuse me. And what makes you think it's going to be any different? Like, just because you're in a group, it just means that you're going to fall harder and louder, and you're going to kick and scream as you go down. Anybody, whether or not it's a group of men or a group of women that attack an innocent person, they're going to get it. So I know that for a fact. So it was disgusting. And that's literally how low certain sectors of the Black community have stooped to. Very low. Okay. And they do energy harvesting too. They try to harvest your energy, but you don't know what to do with my energy. There's spirits attached to my energy. They got mad about that with that whole vampirism and shit. They got mad about that. They got mad about that because, those spirits are very loyal to me. So I would never do a man or a woman like that for money. I'm not doing him like that for money. I have a right to have my livelihood, right? I have the right to have my livelihood intact. All I did was discuss the peripherals of what was happening. And it's so sad. And so they do that, and then they mix in a bunch of lies with it, and then all of a sudden they think they're going to destroy somebody, and it's sick. I would never do that to another human being, which is why every god is going to support me. It's ridiculous. They said they took one look at me and they said, we're going to get this lady. We're going to get her. We're going to tear her down. Oh, and let's make her have a heart attack or a stroke or some crap. And we're going to kill her with magic. And I'm like, you're disgusting and ridiculous. Right. But Ashley, black people don't respect each other to give each other privacy. That's the one thing about black folk is that they all in you, if they could give you a pap smear, they would. You know, it's sick and it's sad. But anyway, y'all, I hope Cardi B is okay. I hope them kids are okay. People are always obsessed with the line like, oh, you see, Offset, he got a new girl. I think she looked better than Cardi B. And, girl, they always talk about somebody that look better than her. Gang, gang, gang. Oh my God. It's been like that for years in Hollywood and in the music industry. Hey, Christian. It's been like that for years. That's why I stand on my own. I stand by my lonesome. I stand by my lonely. Mm-mm. And they're obviously not spiritually evolved, which, and I respect a lot of the spiritual people in the spiritual community. I do. I'm not saying that about all of them because those people seemingly didn't get involved, but I do believe there was investors behind the scenes that was kind of throwing a little investment in there, yeah. Because we can see that Jamila got the capability to pull in them dollars. So they decided I was just like a big ass apple tree. And so they just kept picking my apples off and said, fuck your children can eat cake. And they gonna get karma because of that. That's basically what they did. That's what they thought they was doing. And it's disgusting. And they should all be frowned upon. They should never be respected. Nothing that they do, nothing that they say, because they tried to lead children to famine. They tried to lead my family to poverty and homelessness, which was a glitch. They thought they was gonna do it. I'm totally disgusted. They should be embarrassed. They shouldn't even. They should have no pride. They should get down on their hands and their knees and pray for God's forgiveness for doing that and then doing it proudly. They weren't even embarrassed. They should be embarrassed by their behavior. Really. And then they said, we're not gonna pay you for the work. You're gonna do the work anyway. So they basically tried to animate my spirits because they wanted the work done, right? But my spirits is just like, I'm not doing that. They tried to they tried to get free work out of me. All of a sudden, I wasn't worthy of being paid for the work I was doing. So that's why they started throwing stuff at me. Everything. I was just supposed to process all of their demons and spirits and bad energies. And I was supposed to do it for free. So, all of a sudden I became a sponge. And they tried to tear down my health. I've suffered health problems because of it. They tried to steal all my internal healing energy. They tried to rob all of my chakras. They and I kept wondering. I was like, well, why don't y'all feed off of the sun? Well, and spirit told me, they said it's simple, Jamila. The sun is billions of miles away. You 20 minutes away. They can get it faster with you, but how fast you got it is how fast you gonna fall. Because I had been reserving. Think about it. I didn't start my company until I was 37. 36, 35. Officially when I was 36, right? So I had been all of everything that I was, all of my energy that is meant to that was meant to last me a lifetime. I had been conserving all of that energy from the sun, from the moon, from the trees, from the air, from the water. I had been conserving that energy my whole life. And they said, we gonna bankrupt this bitch. We gonna take everything she got. Black people and white folks. They was all in a group conglomerate together. And it looked pathetic to me because they wanted, it took me 3 years to get my business off the ground. You know what they tried to do? They said, we gonna cheat. We gonna take from this heifer and we gonna build what she had. And they didn't. They didn't. By the time my third year of my company was pulling in six figures per year. By the third year, they didn't get what I got, and they ain't gonna never get it ever, ever. That's what they wanted. But that's why they so mad. They said, I'm about to do this, and it never worked for them ever. It never worked. Mm-hmm. It never worked. In fact, they were trying to do death rituals and death magic on me. They were trying to do all kind of stuff. Trying to do death magic on my children. They was trying to feed off of my children. That's probably why she called them roaches. So I don't even want to hear it, man. It's and I ain't even gonna give them no spiritual advice. All I know is that it was the dumbest thing ever. And then when it was all said and done, after they failed their clients completely and totally, failed their clients because a lot of them people that was dependent on them, a lot of people died and stuff. A lot of people died, or either they bad things happened to them. Um Not all of them died. It ain't like it's a death game, but a lot of them had bad things. Then all of a sudden it's the government. It's the pandemic. Oh, the reason why we failed is because the world is rigged. Screw it. Witchcraft is bad. Let's go back to being Christians. When it failed, every other excuse was made in the book why they failed, including me. I made, when they were stealing clients from me, I made it not work, even though I didn't know these clients. I did it. I did all of it. I just controlled everything. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Oh God. Uh-huh. Right. Right. But they'll make every excuse in the book as to why they can't provide the same thing that I do. Well, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Jamila did it. No, the problem was that Jamila didn't do it. So it was obvious that a lot of these so-called faux witches was out here trying to steal clients from me. The problem wasn't what Jamila did do, it was what Jamila didn't do. It was what Jamila didn't do because, mhm. So now I'm not of a personal opinion that witches should be out here going, hey, I'm in competition with that witch over there. I'm in competition with Jamila. I'm prettier than her. I have this. I have a man. Men respect me. Everybody respects me. I can do the spiritual work for you. You're not equipped. You're not aligned with that person to do what the fuck. And so that's why I've been And in fact, I got to get up off of here, y'all, because I got some stuff I got to take care of during the day. I got to go out there and put me some sun water out there. I got to make some I got to make me some sunrise and some sunset water today. And so I'm going to put some water out there. I got a lot of stuff to handle and take care of. Because I need a much needed break from social media. I do. I need a goddamn break. I do. It's just because it's too fake for me. It's too fake. I'm sorry. It's too fake. It is, and it just is crazy. It is. And I've been trying to get all of these gossip channels and things of that nature out of my recommended, like whenever I go to my home page. Yeah, Christian, yeah. Whenever I go to and whenever I go to my home page, I'll see all these weird videos of famous people, and they have these plastic grins on their faces and stuff. And I put not interested, not interested, not interested. My home page, I wanted to either be witchcraft stuff, recipes. I wanted to be either witchcraft recipes or either things about herbs, people growing herbs. And I don't, God, get away from me with this mess. Oh my God. Uh-uh. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to hear that mess. They so fake and phony. So I've been trying to fix the genre of my channel, but sadly, these people, because I was thinking about it last night. I'm gonna be perfectly transparent with y'all. I was thinking about it last night. I was thinking, well, should I do something to make them get over their obsession with me? And I doubt it. I'm not gonna help them. What I'll do is I'll make their obsession destroy them. Oh, is it a witch casting things? Is it somebody casting things to make these people obsessed with me? Well, then she'll be destroyed. Oh, I'm gonna send a bunch of obsessive people after you, so that they can tear you down and destroy your life. Okay. I tell you what then. How about I turn that right on back to you? So I'm not gonna do anything to help them. Sorry. And God ain't gonna do it either. God said I ain't gonna do it, so why should you? It's not like those people are a part of you. They have no parts of you. You don't have to look out for them people. You don't have to be nice to those people. You don't. Okay. So, because I thought about it, I said, well, maybe I should cast something so they can get over their obsession. And now my spirits are they now. Not even the one, not even Saint Michael. Saint Michael said, cast something to make their obsessions destroy them. Cast something to make their obsessions destroy them. You don't do nothing to help them because they're not trying to help you. You ain't got to be nice to these people. You ain't got to do it the nice way. And so some people would bow down and become friends with them. My spirits are not advising me to do that. That's ill advisable. They would never advise me to go and say, hey, I really, I kind of just would like to, yeah, go ahead and publicly humiliate me. Yeah, and I'll be your friend. I'll never be their friend, never. Because I don't have to be. For what? They're not a part of me. These are people that are trying to latch on. Nah, nah. They not a part of me. And they gonna have to learn that. I don't have to be bothered with them. And they don't have no power over me. Okay? Because really, to be honest with you, this channel has been blacklisted for years. It's been blacklisted since 2020. Since I got my house, and bummy men decided, oh, I'm mad because she actually got a house. And they got really angry. Some of them died. Some of them died. They were so hurt. They really when they see that lake house, they gonna, oh my God, they gonna die. Jealousy is a sickness. Get some help. They gonna fall over. So I'm supposed to hold myself back so that I can't hurt somebody else. Kiss my ass. kiss my entire ass. No. They want, and so why shouldn't I have the things that I want in life? Oh, because we lied and said that you was a pedophile and you was this and that. I'm like, well, those things are not true. So God is still going to stand for me. It's sick. They are very sick and sad. They are very sick and sad. So and so this channel has been blacklisted since 2020. It ain't made no difference on my income. That doesn't make any difference. What do you think you're ever going to make me not believe in myself? Even if you make somebody else believe that I'm not actually a real witch because I can't control an ignorant ass man from making stupid decisions that are going to eventually hurt him, and then, I mean, I guess I could cast a go to jail spell on somebody. I guess I don't, so in the meantime, people still need healing. People still need my expertise when it comes to the craft, because what they do is made up with a little bit of conjure. I will tell you that I felt spirits that they have conjured. Those spirits can either be trapped or banished. What the hell? So, and I want Cardi B need to be careful. All y'all need to be careful. Even black folk need to be careful. When you dealing with black folk, you got to be careful. Whether or not you black or white, you got to be careful when you dealing with black folk. Okay? Especially when they're proving themselves to not be trustworthy and desperate. They'll throw their own children under the bus. How you gonna trust somebody that'll throw their own children under the bus? Think about it. That's like weird. So that just, and I'm talking about people that would let somebody talk them into. So it's been a lot of controversy around my mother and her placement in this. But see, my mother has had to deal with her mother because my grandmother was like, hey bro, why you do my grandbaby like that? That's a family thing, but they tried to get it all involved, try to. And so it's my ancestors is looking out for me, y'all. They really are, because it was, and my mom has been through a lot. She has, you know what I'm saying? She went through a lot because my mother was under possession. And if any of these people was real spiritualists, they would leave that alone. My mother was under possession. The last several years of her life, my mother was completely and totally possessed. I couldn't even get to her. I couldn't get through to her. If I could have, I would have. She the mama, she make the decisions. I couldn't get through to my mother. Okay. And she suffered because of that. And anybody that's out there discussing it, they ain't no real nothing, because they would understand. They would understand. They would understand. They would have more empathy instead of trying to use my mother and use it to try to discredit me. Man, get up out of here. That's sick. I'm about to get up out of here though, y'all. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, it's just, and these people are very codependent, very codependent. Done will suck my teats dry. They done suck, and then complain that it ain't no more milk in the teat no more. But they can't suck me dry no more. I'm real juicy and selfish at this point. I don't just give away my energy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Y'all have a good one. What's the day? Happy Thursday. Yep, today is Thursday. It's my birthday. We're gonna party like it's my birthday. We gonna sip Bacardi like it's my birthday. Hey, sis, block Doodlebug. Block that person. I can't stand when trolls come in here talking about some LOL. That get rid of that person. And yeah, get rid of that person. That's a stalker. Gay females need to stop. What gay female are you talking about? Are you talking about me? So when a woman is has a career and she stands in her own power, she got to be gay. Are you calling me gay? Wow. That yeah, that's weird. That's weird. That yeah. Did you get rid of him, sis? Because I think that's yeah, just disgusting. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. Yeah, you're gay if you want a career, but wait until his daughter goes through it. Wait until his daughter goes through it. Wait, just wait. When his daughter gets through with college or goes out there to get jobs and stuff, and the sexism in the office, and then he'll finally get it if he's even still alive to understand. What women go through. No, what needs to stop is your unfortunate group of ignorant vagabonds needs to quit stalking me. That's what needs to stop. I'm just a business owner over on here trying to run a business, and y'all the one that started all of this stuff. There was nothing gay about what I said. What does gay have to do with that? So you're gay. You're a gay female if you question a man. Get up out of here. Yeah, get rid of this person. Yeah. Bye. Don't nobody care about what you say. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm telling you. Okay, I gotta go, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye.